Dogs are known for their loyalty and affection, but not every dog bonds deeply with their owner. If you've ever felt like your dog doesn't love you as much as you'd hoped, you're not alone. Recognizing the signs of a strained relationship can help you take steps to improve it. In this video, we will check out 14 signs your dog may not be your biggest fan and what you can do to strengthen your bond. 1. They don't bring you a present. One of the most endearing things a dog can do is bring you a present, whether it's a toy, a bone, or even a random object they found. This behavior is a sign of trust and affection, as dogs are naturally possessive of their belongings. If your dog doesn't share their toys or treasures with you, it could mean they don't feel close enough to you to let their guard down. Dogs who love their owners often want to share their favorite things as a way of showing their affection. If your dog keeps their belongings to themselves, it might be a sign that they don't fully trust or connect with you. 2. They don't wag their tail when they see you. A dog's tail is one of the most expressive parts of their body, and it can tell you a lot about how they're feeling. If your dog wags their tail enthusiastically when they see you, it's a clear sign that they're happy and excited to be in your presence. On the other hand, if your dog's tail remains still or tucks between their legs when you approach, it could indicate that they're nervous, fearful, or simply not thrilled to see you. It's important to note that not all tail wags are created equal. Fast, broad wags often signify happiness, especially when accompanied by a wiggling body. However, a slow, hesitant wag might mean your dog is unsure or uncomfortable. Paying attention to these subtle differences can help you better understand your dog's emotions. 3. They prefer spending time with someone else. If your dog consistently seeks out other members of your household for attention and affection while ignoring you, it's a clear sign that they feel more comfortable with someone else. While this can be hurtful, it's important to remember that building a bond with a dog takes time and effort. If your dog seems to prefer someone else, it might be worth reflecting on how you can strengthen your relationship with them. Are you spending enough quality time together? Are you meeting their needs for exercise, play, and affection? Sometimes, small changes in your behavior can make a big difference in how your dog perceives you. 4. They don't want to cuddle after they eat. Dogs are pack animals by nature, and they crave companionship. If your dog loves to cuddle with you, especially after meals, it's a good sign that they feel safe and secure in your presence. Cuddling after eating is particularly meaningful because it shows that your dog doesn't see you as just a source of food, but as a trusted companion. If your dog actively avoids cuddling or seems disinterested in spending time with you, it could be a sign that they're not entirely comfortable around you. However, it's also worth considering that sudden changes in behavior might indicate an underlying health issue. If your dog suddenly stops cuddling, a visit to the vet might be in order. 5. They don't like being touched. Petting is a way to reassure your dog, release stress, and strengthen your bond. If your dog recoils or moves away when you try to touch them, it could be a sign that they're uncomfortable around you. While there may be times when your dog simply isn't in the mood for affection, consistent avoidance of touch is a red flag. Dogs who love their owners often seek out physical contact, whether it's leaning against your leg or resting their head on your lap. If your dog seems to avoid your touch, it's worth exploring why they might feel this way. 6. They ignore your commands. Training. A dog is as much about building a bond as it is about teaching obedience. If your dog consistently ignores your commands, it could be a sign that they don't trust or respect you. This is especially common in rescue dogs who may have experienced abuse or neglect in the past. It can take time for these dogs to build trust with their new families, so patience and consistency are key. Research has also shown that dogs are selective about the information they pay attention to. If your dog suddenly starts ignoring your commands, it could be a sign that they're unhappy or dissatisfied with something in their environment. Are you providing enough mental stimulation? Are your training methods positive and reward-based? Addressing these questions can help improve your dog's responsiveness. 7. They don't relax when you're around. A happy, comfortable dog will often snooze, stretch, and expose their belly when they're relaxed. If your dog remains tense or on guard when you're around, it could mean they don't feel entirely safe in your presence. Dogs are naturally cautious about their surroundings, and they won't let their guard down unless they feel secure. If your dog seems constantly on edge, it's worth considering whether something in their environment is causing them stress. 8. They refuse your treats. Most dogs will eagerly accept treats from someone they trust and feel comfortable around. If your dog refuses treats from you, it could be a sign that they're feeling scared or upset. This behavior is often seen at the vet's office, where dogs may refuse treats after a stressful experience. If your dog is refusing treats at home, it's worth considering whether something in their environment is making them uncomfortable. 9. They disappear. Whenever you're around, if your dog consistently leaves the room or hides whenever you enter, it's a clear sign that they're trying to avoid you. Dogs are more likely to disengage than to act out aggressively. So if your dog is disappearing whenever you're around, it could mean they're feeling threatened or upset. However, hiding can also be a sign of illness, so it's important to rule out any medical issues if this behavior persists. 10. They wag their tail to the left when you're around. Believe it or not, the direction in which your dog wags their tail can reveal a lot about their feelings. Studies suggest that a tail wagging to the left often indicates negative emotions, like fear, stress, or suspicion. If your dog wags their tail to the left when you're around, it could mean they're uncomfortable or unsure about you. On the other hand, a tail wagging to the right is usually a sign of positive feelings and relaxation. 11. They don't want to sleep in your room. In the wild, dogs and wolves sleep in close proximity to their pack members as a way to protect themselves from predators. If your dog chooses to sleep in the same room as you, it's a sign that they trust you and see you as part of their pack. However, if your dog prefers to sleep in another room or avoids being near you at night, it could indicate a lack of trust or comfort. 12. Not making eye contact with you. Eye contact is a powerful form of communication between dogs and humans. When your dog gazes lovingly into your eyes, it's a sign of trust and affection. Conversely, if your dog avoids making eye contact with you, it could mean they don't feel entirely comfortable around you. Dogs often choose flight over fight, and avoiding eye contact is their way of keeping the peace and avoiding confrontation. 13. They growl at you. Growling is a clear sign that your dog is unhappy or feels threatened. While some dogs may whine or bark to get your attention, growling is a more aggressive form of communication that should not be ignored. If your dog growls at you, it's important to address the underlying issue and work on building trust. 14. They bare their teeth. Baring teeth is an unmistakable sign of aggression and discomfort. If your dog bares their teeth at you, it's a clear message to back off. This behavior often stems from fear or a lack of trust, and it's important to approach the situation carefully to avoid escalating the problem. While it can be difficult to accept that your dog may not feel the same level of affection toward you as you do toward them, it's important to remember that building a strong bond takes time, patience, and effort. If you've noticed any of these signs in your dog, it's worth reflecting on your relationship and considering ways to improve it. Whether it's spending more quality time together, working on training, or consulting a professional, there are steps you can take to strengthen your bond and ensure that your dog feels safe, secure, and loved in your presence. Remember, every dog is unique, and with the right approach, you can build a lasting connection with your furry friend. If you found this video informative, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.